This was my hair 1 month after my protective hairstyle. So this is the growth that you can currently see, and this is my hair now. Like literally, this treatment, I'm going to share with you my whole experience using this particular treatment. For my second month in my protective hairstyle, because I'm keeping this protective hairstyle for 3 months, I decided I'll be trying different treatments for each month. So for my second month, I decided to try hibiscus water. I've never tried it before, but I've heard a lot about it, and I was really interested to see how it's going to affect my hair and what benefits I can also get from using this treatment. Because this is my first time using hibiscus water, I really wanted to start it off slowly, so I decided to incorporate it only in my moisture routine because I didn't want to experience any side effects, or just in case I'm allergic to it or I just have a reaction from using it. So I decided to just incorporate it in only my moisture routine. Obviously, before I actually used hibiscus water on my hair, I did my own research. One thing to note is that before you use anything on your hair, make sure you do research on that particular products, because you don't really want to take somebody's word for it. Like, do your own research. The internet is there. Just see how people use it and what their own experience is like, and you just slowly incorporate it in your routine and see how your own experience is. That's one thing that has worked for me in trying treatments or incorporating a new treatment into my routine. So for this particular challenge, I decided to use it in my moisture routine only. That means I use the hibiscus water on my hair twice in a whole month. I use it some other time, like I started doing my moisture routine twice in a week. So I pretty much used hibiscus water in total 4 times this month. So this is my whole experience from using hibiscus water. My first thought on hibiscus water was how my hair felt immediately I applied it to my hair. It felt a little bit different from the other treatments I've ever done, and my hair instantly felt like I added conditioner to it, which was weird because normally when I'm using any treatment or hair rinse, my hair just feels hydrated, like I just added water to my hair, not actually feeling like I added conditioner to my hair. I think because I also used warm water for this particular treatment, maybe added to it, like you open up my cuticles or something like that. But my hair felt different. Even the next time I used the hibiscus water, my hair felt the same way also. So immediately, like from my research, I saw that it can also condition your hair. It leaves your hair feeling soft, and it really did that. Also, one of the reasons why I decided to use hibiscus water on my hair was mainly for shedding. And when I did my research, I saw that you can also grow your hair with hibiscus water. Your hair can be like, you can strengthen your hair. Also helps with dandruff, it helps with premature graying, it helps with split ends, which is very important, and also helps with split end prevention. So those two combinations, like chef's kiss. So I decided to try it. It also helps with hair shine. If your hairs look feeling dull or looking dull, it can also help to improve that. And that literally sold me on trying out this challenge. And like I mentioned before, I like to incorporate treatment in my challenge because I'm doing a 3 month challenge just to get the most out of this protective hairstyle and this challenge. I've decided to incorporate treatment in every single month, like new treatments or treatments I've been doing. And for hibiscus water, it's definitely a new treatment, and I'm currently loving it, and it's definitely staying in my routine. I'm not moving, like it's not going anywhere. So I've obviously deep conditioned my hair with the hibiscus water, and the way I did it is I also incorporated in my deep conditioning process. So I just made sure to use my conditioner, or you can also use your deep conditioning hair mask or whatever hair mask you're using to deep condition. You add it with your hibiscus water. It just makes you get the benefit, because when you deep condition, your cuticles open so you can absorb all that benefits and nutrients to your hair. So that's why anytime I'm doing a treatment, I always incorporate it in my deep conditioning process. And also, if you have high porosity hair, that's also a plus. You can add more moisture to your hair, because it's very important to have moisture in your hair before locking in all that moisture. So this was my first experience with using hibiscus water, and it was really, really good. After rinsing out all that product and everything, my hair still felt so soft. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but you really need to try it out. Do your research, try it out, and I would like to know your experience because I'm literally loving how my hair was feeling. You can obviously tell, like, I was loving how my curls were looking. They were looking so good, so amazing. Like, I'm absolutely loving it. So yeah, after using my hibiscus water and deep conditioning, I'm going to go in with the remaining steps in my moisture routine, which I go in with my conditioner, then I go in with my oils and cream. If you didn't know, I'm doing the LOC method, so that is liquid, oil, and cream. So after applying my conditioner, applying my oil and cream, I'm going to go in with my shea butter. That is the last step in my routine to seal up that moisture, and that's all for day one. So we're on to the second time I'm using hibiscus water. I was just acting funny in that clip. So pretty much the same way I used it previously. When it comes to this challenge, just being consistent is just the most important thing. I obviously did not film every single time I used hibiscus water on my hair just because I was pretty much doing the same thing over and over again. But one thing I did in this challenge is that I used my hibiscus water for my moisture routine only. So for the first week, I used it only once, but for the third week, I incorporated it twice, and last week, I used it once. So I used it like 4 times this whole month. So definitely find a way to incorporate it in your routine. You can do it in your moisture routine, in your wash days, but also note that hibiscus water, there are side effects from using it. I'm just going to put that out there because when you're using something, you want to know what side effects you can get from it. So some people experience a lot of allergic reaction from using it. That's why I said that if I use incorporated it only in my moisture routine to just see if I get any reaction from using it, any signs that shows that my hair doesn't really like it. Like if you notice redness on your scalp or itchiness, just stop it immediately. So it's not every single thing that would work for you. That's why I said you should do your research. And also mentioned that overuse of the hibiscus water can cause dryness, so it's very good to balance it with a good moisture routine. So make sure you don't overdo this. Like I mentioned, I use it once. Like the main plan was to just use it once in my moisture routine, which that means I'll just be using it twice in a month. But because of how we got into the season of dry weather, cold, dry and dusty, so I decided to do my moisture routine twice in a week. So that's what made me use the hibiscus water more. But just note that don't overdo it, like using it every single day. Just make sure that you use it, can be considerate when you're using it, like don't overdo it. One thing to notice that it's also a treatment, so don't really overdo it. And just, I will always say using it once a week should be like a good check mark or checkpoint to actually trying out this treatment. Also, there are so many ways you can use hibiscus water. You can have it as a tea. You can also make hibiscus oil or make hibiscus hair masks. You can also use it like make hibiscus water like I'm doing in this video and just like put it in a spray bottle and just spray your hair. Like if your hair is feeling dry, just to hydrate your hair, give it a little bit of moisture, and go in with like your oils to just keep that moisture locked in. There are so many ways you can use it. And yeah, for this particular video, I used it as a hair, when I just use it as like hibiscus water on my hair. Also, I also had it as a tea. It's really doesn't have like a particular taste, but I also added sweetness to it, so I can't really say I drank it like as it is, but it's not bad. You can have it as a tea. Initially, hibiscus water, I've been like having it as tea. We call it zobo where I'm from, so it's not something, it's something I've been drinking for years, like since when I was little. So we call it zobo, but I'm just saying hibiscus tea for every other person in case you don't know what zobo is. So yeah, after using my hibiscus water on my hair, it's just good to make sure you go with your moisture routine, go in with your leave-in conditioner, then go in with your oils and creams. Then for the last step, make sure you go in with your shea butter. So what my whole thought on using hibiscus water, like my final thought on using it, is something that I mentioned before that I'm going to leave in my routine because it's very moisturizing. Like it keeps your hair moisturized. The first time I used it, we were not in the dry season, so my moisture lasted for a whole week. So now that we're in like the dry season, like it's dry, it's dusty, my moisture doesn't last as long as it usually would, and I'm used to that because when it gets to this season my hair gets dry fast, especially with having high porosity hair. Your hair already gets like, you don't retain that moisture a lot, but combining it with the season we're in, my moisture doesn't last long. It lasts up to 3 days, which I'm not mad about, but at the same time I'm still going to leave hibiscus water in my routine because it has so much other benefits with hair growth, which I saw. Like my hair grew a lot. Like for this particular challenge, my hair growth is a lot better than my previous challenge. So I'm really happy with being consistent with this routine because I'm definitely seeing my hair growth. I'm seeing that my hair, I really hope that when I take this down, using the hibiscus water will help with the shedding. I don't want to experience excessive shedding. Like your hair sheds normally, but that excessive shedding is something I'm trying to prevent. So I'm really hoping it works for that. And I would like to know your thoughts on hibiscus water. If you've tried it before, your experience with using it, and you can also help people out there that are being skeptical about it to maybe do their research and actually try it. Because one thing about natural hair, I'm always saying that you need to try treatment. And yeah, that's the end of this video. To my next one. Bye.